Hello, I'm just here waiting for everybody to tune in. We were a little late. I know I put 7 p.m., but we ran into technical difficulties, and Carlos is here, like, recording everything and going live on TikTok as well. So we're trying to multitask. I have 3 phones in front of my face, so I'll do my best. Did get the questions that a lot of you sent me, so I'll be answering those once a little bit of more people tune in. Let's see. Hola, Carmen. Carmen is amazing. She's helped me in Tijuana. I've only done 2 installations over there. Right, if you guys have any questions, so the main purpose of this live is to answer any questions about the online class. I mean, for the past, I would say, year or more, ever since I started giving in-person classes, I've always had the question of if I offer online or virtual classes. So this is the first time we actually have the pre-recorded class, and sorry, dropped my pen. Have the pre-recorded class, and then we also have virtual classes that are live during, oh my gosh, I have so much light, that are live during our in-person class.
One more light?
No, it's like making my face look like, I don't know what it's doing to my background. It's becoming super light. Okay, I'm just kind of reading through whoever is connecting. Sorry, we're playing around with the lights. Yeah, I think it's because since the sunset, like, the lights are going crazy.
Yeah, that's better. It should.
Okay, so it says, quick question, how can I really think easier? But I mean, instead of tying both balloons together, I just tie the inside balloons together. I hope that helps if you're not already doing it. Oh, thank you, Sule Diaz. This has been overdue. I really don't do lives. I don't have, like, a lot of spare time. So I'm glad to be here and connect with you all. Hi, True3 from Bakersfield.
We have 102 people on TikTok.
Okay. I'm going to be multitasking between TikTok and IG. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Yeah, because of the balloon shortage, I'm missing a couple of colors, but what can we do? We're all in this together, right? Hi, Edie San Jose. How to avoid balloons to pop in the sun. There's no answer for that. The best thing you can do is always recommend to your clients to have the balloons in a shaded area. Obviously use professional grade balloons, Qualitex, Tuftex. Yeah, do not use shine, especially if they're in direct sunlight. But honestly, if it's more than like 80 degrees outside, and number 1, do not use dark colors, no black, no brown, no navy blue, because those will pop right away. Oh my God, watching from the Bahamas. Wow, nice. Wish I could be there.
Where do you get your balloons from?
Hi, Shelly. Sorry, I'm answering IG real quick. Okay, I think I answered. Okay, so I'm going to be going back and forth between IG and TikTok answering questions. Where did I get my balloons from? Local distributors and online distributors. A big one that I like to go to is bargainballoons.com, but the full list of online and local distributors I offered in my online balloon guarding class.
Perfect. Somebody said, I am watching from Belize.
Oh, hi. I know where Belize is, and it looks beautiful. It's like below Mexico near Guatemala.
Oh, okay,
yeah. So Central America. Okay, so Montru wrote, I'm waiting for the in-person class in July. I think I would feel more comfortable taking in-person first and following up with virtual class. So yes, that was going to be one of the first classes. I've been getting a lot of questions. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been offering an in-person class every single month. What the class is varies from month to month. I like to post polls and see what everybody is looking to learn. So this month in June, which already sold out, is balloon garland and balloon wall class. So next month, I'm still getting a lot of requests for balloon garland class. So let me know if you're interested in taking an in-person class in July, what you would like to learn. And on that note, I've also been getting a lot of questions of what other classes we will be offering in the academy. So the first one is the balloon garland class. And then for sure, I know I'm going to be offering a pre-recorded balloon wall, balloon bouquet, columns, and arches. Yes, my classes. So the balloon garland class is beginner friendly. I would say balloon bouquet is a little more intermediate. So picnic and chill. By asking what will be in the class, what do you mean exactly? For the in-person or online? All right.
So I have a question.
Okay.
What is the major difference between online and in person?
Okay, so one of the main questions we also get is what is the difference between. So here's the thing: we offer I'm sorry, my nose. I need to go through my nose. But there's 3 different classes we're offering: in person, virtual live of the in person class, which you get access to the recording for 2 weeks, and the pre-recorded class. So obviously in person, you are here, I'm able to see you, you're able to ask me questions, you're able to network with other fellow colleagues or aspiring balloon decorators. And obviously I could see if you're doing something wrong, or if I could give you some tips on what you're doing with the styling, well, then I'm here. With the virtual class, you are getting pretty much all the experience of the in-person class, except you're not here, and you don't get the material, but you still do get the recording for 2 weeks. And we cover a lot of different subjects, and there's a ton of Q&A throughout the hands-on class. And then for the pre-recorded class, it's already recorded, so it's mainly on the creative side. I don't really go over the business side, as opposed to like the in-person class. Since we have, for example, the pre-recorded class, it's how long? An hour?
The online class?
The pre-recorded.
Pre-recorded class from the in-person class?
No, from the pre-recorded class.
Online class.
Yeah.
It's 1 hour.
So it's an hour, and if you attend our virtual live class, our class is 6 to 8 hours, depending, on how the class is doing. And then once we provide the recording of that class, it's broken up into like pieces, but it's still like 4 hours long. Hola. Pamela, they're the best photographers. They've been taking our pictures since like 3 years ago. Okay. Sí, Pamela, para el curso de julio. Oh, I speak Spanish too. Hablo español. Si tienen preguntas, déjenme saber. Most of my classes are in English, but we can translate. Okay, creo que ya contesté.
Quick question again.
Mm-hmm.
What are the different prices between online, virtual, and in person?
Well, for price points, the in-person class, it's more because I offer materials, so it's all inclusive. And between the virtual and the pre-recorded class, they're pretty much going to be the same price. So yeah. Okay, so where is Kendra? San Diego? Hello, how did you get into balloon making? Lots of classes or lots of practice? Lots of classes and practice, both. So I started after I had my second baby. She was 2 months old. I was still working for corporate, and I wanted to start a side hustle so I could stay home with my girls. And I had no clue. Like a lot of students that come to me, they already like started on their own or started doing do-it-yourselves, or taught themselves a little bit on YouTube. But when I started, there was like nothing. The whole like balloon industry was just kind of like being born again. Like more of a balloon art. And since I knew nothing, I started looking for classes. I'm here from San Diego. There was nothing in San Diego, and I had to go to Pomona with Gabby Balloons to take my first 2 classes. And then my other classes, I took them in Tijuana, Mexico. And since then, I've improved my craft by experience and trial and error and tons of practice. Happy days, Phoenix. Okay, how long are the in-person classes? Are they in the weekend? No weekend classes because we are extremely busy on the weekends. Our classes will always be on a Thursday. Eventually, I'm planning, hopefully, to have at least one class on a Sunday. But I don't promise anything. You know, this industry, it's a weekend heavy industry. So I find it almost impossible to ever do a class on in person on a weekend. And how long? So depending on the type, my classes are anywhere from 6 to 8 hours long. Okay, so now, hi from Phoenix. What made you go from balloon artist to now teacher? So I am still doing both, but like I just mentioned, when I started in the industry, there was no classes here in San Diego, like none. So I had to make a 2-hour drive. So now for people that are here in San Diego, that's why I did it, mainly because I was like, well, there's a huge need of it here in San Diego. But even then, I get a ton of students, which I'm super grateful, that are willing to make the drive or even fly in from other places. I've had students come from Las Vegas, from Arizona, from Northern California, Bay Area, San Francisco, Hayward.
Texas?
No.
Or Arizona?
Arizona, yeah, I said Arizona. Yes, I am waiting for you, Nancy. So Nancy's my beautiful friend, colleague here in the industry. SYS Balloon Designs. She started a brand that's called I Am the Balloon Artist merch. And I will be having her merch in my classes soon. So you guys can buy her beautiful designs. Me included. I need my balloon artist shirt and leggings. So the classes, it depends. So for the online classes, it's $150, and for in-person classes, it ranges from $250 to $350, depending. Sometimes I do 2-in-1. For example, I'll do balloon garland and balloon wall in one class. So it just depends. And the price, I always put it on my flyer. Marlo was my first intern. So for students that are local, I do offer an internship program.
Good question. How do people sign up?
Wait, I'm still answering questions. Ok, ahora en español, ¿qué precio tienen mis clases presenciales? Todo depende en qué clase es. Tengo clases que, por ejemplo, solo es balloon garland, y tengo clases que son combinadas como pared de globos y balloon garland. Así que el price range es como de $250 a $350. Y todo el material es incluido. Oh, my Marlo. She's love from Miami. She moved. So I have both. The main difference between hiring and interns. So when I have interns, it's mainly for students. It's for aspiring balloon decorators that want to start a business of their own. And for employees, it's for people that are looking to grow with us. So that's like the main difference, that you're not seeking to like just learn our, I don't know how to put it, but that you're gonna grow with us, with our company. But if what you want is to learn, get experience, and see how we do things, then the internship would be the best option. Just like when I went to college, so when I was in college, I did my internships. And super different. I did poli-sci, political science. I know nothing, but doing nothing with that career. But I did my internship with social services, and it was because I wanted to learn the trade of that, of that career path. It didn't work out, but I was able to get that experience and that exposure and see how things were, and to see if it was really for me. Love you too, Nancy. You're amazing too. Okay, awesome. All right, now back to you, Carlos. Sorry, I'm like jumping back and forth with TikTok and IG.
How can people sign up for your class?
All of them?
All of them.
Okay, so to sign up for our in-person class, we request a 50% non-refundable deposit via Venmo or Zelle. And that would go for the virtual live class as well. But for our pre-recorded class that we are now offering, we have a link on our link tree, and it's self-serve. Like you add to cart pretty much, and then you have access live access to that
You
class.
have to make an account on Teachable.
And you have to make an account on our website where the class is, the platform. All right, I also had the question if we offer payment plans. So I have to look into, for a pre-recorded class, I have to look into that platform that we're using. I know that a lot of platforms are now offering like Afterpay and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to see if there's like any way to integrate or to acquire that system where I could have payment plans, and if I can, absolutely, I will do that, and I'll just see how that works. All right. Anyway, okay, now I ran out of questions.
I have a question.
Questions answered.
Specifically on the online class, what can they expect from the online class?
Okay, so from the online class, what I mainly cover on the pre-recorded online class for the balloon garland class, it's obviously the creative side. So from beginning to end, step by step, from the brands, distributors I use, how it is that I blow up my balloons, how I tie them, how I string them, or there's another word they use, but I just call stringing them. Installing them on different surfaces, how I add volume, how I style, how I shape, kind of like the formula I use to give like that organic shape to my garlands. I provide a PDF with like everything that I say in the class. It's on a PDF for your reference. So if you ever forget anything or want to refer back without having to watch the class, or just go get a quick look real quick, or you forgot the online distributors that I use, everything's already there for you as a resource.
Somebody asked, how many classes do they need to scale their business?
Well, I wouldn't say there's a certain amount of classes you need. So I've taken 4 classes, and I'm looking to taking more classes myself. We're always a work in process. We'll never really know anything. And big part of scaling and having a successful business is staying humble and knowing that you can always learn more. So I would say it's not necessarily how many classes, but it's that your mindset has to be right. Because in all honesty, you could take 2 classes and have a very successful business. Yes, they are. So my students and it always sounds like it's a lot of fun, and I try to make it as fun as possible. Sometimes it's information overload, to be honest. It's a lot and students get tired, but it's really fun. Okay, so another question for beginners. Do you recommend focusing on one thing at a time, like bouquets, rather than walls or garlands, or it doesn't matter? Okay, to be honest with that question, I always say this in my classes. So I think it's easy for us to think like the more I know and the more I can do, the better. But I would truly say, yes, you can take the classes, but then once you start doing the art and you start working with balloons, and you see that you have a knack, or that you kind of enjoy something better and you're better at it, then do it. For example, I enjoy doing garlands more than balloon bouquets, but I still offer balloon bouquets. But now I'm really focusing on gravitating towards just bigger installations. But I would say as a beginner, maybe try a little bit of everything so you could really find what you're good at and what you enjoy. So DeMarco Coleman, if it's really hot outside, would you still recommend balloons outside? Yes, as long as they are in a shaded area. If there's a tent, or they're not in direct sunlight and you're using professional grade balloons. Okay, let me see.
I have a good one.
Okay, wait. If I take your class in July, do you think I'll be able to do my own garland for my daughter's quinceañera in November? Learn everything you have to learn, but I would say definitely practice between July and November. I still actually have my first garland I ever made on my own. So I took my first class in February of 2019, and I didn't practice, and I did one like 2 months after, and I thought it was the most beautiful thing. But now in retrospect, I look at it and I'm like, oh my God, what was I doing? But that's why practice makes perfect, and well, at least improvement, and you'll start building an eye for it, for your art. Where do you get your container to hold the balloons? The ones behind me at the Dollar Tree. But I always get a hard time for that. I did not buy them all, okay, guys? But they have been sold out. There's a shortage even in the balloon industry and in a lot of industries because obviously of what happened, the pandemic. But I'm pretty sure. Oh, sorry. I'm pretty sure they'll be restocking hopefully that item. I haven't looked for it, but last year when I looked for some, they didn't have any more. It was out of stock. But if you go to Dollar Tree online and put candy jar containers, they should probably have some.
The question.
I'm gonna show them right now how it looks.
So it's a comment from Girl Power 77. It says take their class. Took their class and learned so much. They're so nice. I highly recommend it.
Oh, they took online or in person?
I'm not really sure.
Oh,
They
okay,
didn't
well,
specify.
thank you. That was feedback from a student.
Somebody said, nobody wants to pay for my service. What should I do?
Not everybody's your client, unfortunately. This is a huge question that we go over in our classes. And it's like the biggest taboo thing and the biggest discouragement in our industry, that people don't want to pay for your services. But like anything else, you have to stand your ground and continue just pushing forward. There's gonna be ups and downs, but you just have to like stand your ground. I don't know how else to explain it. I've been in that situation. Till this day, I don't close every single inquiry I get. And that's okay, because there's clients. You just have to really focus on what niche you're attracting. Yeah, like an analogy is, there's people that buy Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and there's those that buy their purses at Ross and Walmart and Target, and that's not, there's enough to go around, and you just have to, be okay with people not hiring you all the time. I close 1 out of 10 inquiries on average, so that means I only close 10% of inquiries that come in. If you're closing every single inquiry you're getting in, it means that you're too cheap, and that's not a good thing. Okay, I have another question. Oh, yes, not everybody's your client. Balloons are not a necessity, it's a luxury. Yes. So clients, and it's okay, that's why we get to educate our clients. We're not literally selling the raw material. We're not a retailer. If they just want balloons, they could go to a distributor, they could go to Party City, and they could buy the balloons. But we're selling a service, and not only that, but our creativity and our expertise. If you invested in classes and you're trying to be professional and be an established business, then people should know. I mean, it's like, I don't know, bakers. You're not just going to say, oh, it's just flour and eggs and butter or whatever. I mean, it's not that. It's the art that they're doing. So, yeah. Oh, thank you. Diana, I love your guys' work. I'm a school teacher, so my opportunities to take an in-person class are very limited. I really hope to make it in July. Oh, I know. I feel so bad, but it's almost literally impossible for us to give a class on the weekends. But I'll see, or maybe we should do it on a holiday. I don't know. We'll see.
A holiday is worse.
A holiday is worse?
Yeah,
like
because
people leave on vacation?
Because we get a lot of inquiries for Mother's Day, Father's Day, 4th of July.
I know, 4th of July. I don't know. We'll see. I'll just have to work something out.
We have to kind of get a holiday that is not
Yes, Nancy
celebrated.
says don't give up. She's also been in the industry, I think, way longer than me. So, yeah, I mean, that's a good piece of advice. Okay, why is the July class not available for purchase? I haven't chosen the date. I usually always do the 3rd or 4th Thursday, but I've been swamped with like decorating work that I haven't been able to focus on the education and classes. And then they've been selling out super quickly. May and June literally didn't even last a week. So yes, I'll have, probably by next week I'll have the July date already. Oh, no, by the end of this week I should. And for the July class, if you guys are interested in it, like what would be the class that you want to learn? Where is there AC in the classroom? No, it's a warehouse, guys. We have the curtain, the middle curtain, and we roll a little bit, not too much. It's an industrial business park here, so there's only AC in our office and our lobby, and that's it. But you know what? You guys get the experience, because when you're on the field in the mid-July, outside in the hot sun, there's no AC. Sorry to break it to you.
Yeah.
Garland and balloon wall. Okay, so repeat June and July. Yeah, those two, I really like that. And I would say those are very popular. They are actually the most popular.
Somebody asked, do you do Zoom or Zoom?
Well, our virtual classes are done through Zoom. And then you guys get access to that same class for 2 weeks. Yeah. Did we already add our other students?
No, nobody has emailed us.
Okay, well then, I need to do that. Carlos is the one that does like the techie stuff. So, yeah, we've been having little complications, but we were able to make it work for those students. So now they had to wait, like a week for us to get the class up, or 2 weeks? Yeah, but they'll still get access, obviously, to that class.
For those asking, a lot of people are signing up right now. How do you sign up for your class? A lot of people are asking again.
They are in it's in our link tree. So if you go to our TikTok, the main page, click on the link, it's going to say, I think, link tree, right? Mm-hmm. Click on it, and it's literally the first tab. You click on it, and then you're going to scroll all the way down in that page, and then it's going to say enroll now, and you click there, and then you just do the whole process. Where I'm going to see if on Linktree I could post a more direct link, so it just takes you directly to the cart option, I guess,
and then,
tab.
And the in-person class, just send us a direct message.
Okay. So, back to Instagram. Marlo, Luxon classes are truly an investment. I have taken a few and learned something new every time. You learn the skills and business. Diana shows you everything truly compared to other classes I've taken. Marlo, I love you. So Marlo is the bomb. Seriously, she was our first intern, and she's crushing it in Miami. And she's, been like humble enough to share with me her other experiences with, here we don't bash other people or say names, but her other experiences. And she has shared with me and given me feedback that our classes, compared to other classes she's taken, more, I guess we give more information, more detailed. When I tell you I'm truly transparent, I don't hold anything back in my classes. I let students pick my brain. Like, everything I know, I will let you, teach my students. Mantra, balloon wall, garland, anything and everything. How do you know when to double stuff balloons? When a client wants a specific customized color. I don't double stuff the same color. Miss Jessica, hi. Nat Gonzalez, do you sell single balloons? Can anyone walk in and purchase some of the ones behind you? So not at the moment. At the beginning, when I got the warehouse, my plan was which I did. I made the lobby into a small store, but because there is a really bad balloon shortage, especially with latex balloons, I just kind of stopped that altogether. Now all I have is foils and Mega Shine and balloon weights. But right now I can barely even source or get enough balloons for my business, so I stopped that. But once the balloon shortage corrects itself and it's back to normal, I will probably start selling balloons again. Latex balloons.
Can I make a comment?
Jessica, oh my gosh, I will get back to your emails, I promise. I've just been so busy. Jessica took a class with us, and she's going to be applying to be our intern, and we're super excited. So yes, if you guys have emailed us or DM'd us, we literally get a ton of DMs and emails every single day. I do have a admin assistant that helps me with answering all of those, but sometimes it's not enough. So we take literally up to a week to reply. So I'm sorry if we've made you wait that long. Also, how to put together or make frames for balloons, like backdrops. Jesus, hello, so ready for the next class. Oh, Jesus was actually in our first virtual class. He's been so patient and kind to wait for us to post the recording of that class. Is Jesus added or not yet?
No, I talked to him already.
Oh, okay,
He
okay.
said he
okay.
was going to send me his email.
Okay, so we're waiting for your email, Jesus.
Quick question. Or quick
Okay,
comment.
wait. So they're asking me, sorry, how long is the internship? So internships are usually 6 Saturdays. So, or I mean, I would say 6 to 8. I think Marlo, remind me how long you were with us. But
3 months.
Like 3 months, but it's not every single Saturday. So it's probably like 2 Saturdays up to 3 Saturdays a month. And it could probably sometimes be like 3 days out of the week. It just depends on how much you want to learn and how much experience you want to get. And now, I mean, it just depends on the circumstance of the intern. But after like having so many days or weeks with us, we will open up the possibility of working with us on call. Okay, so Marlo, 3 months on and off. So it's not like we're like, okay, you have to be here every single weekend. And no, it's, it just depends on your availability. Backdrop I did was amazing due to your class. Oh, no, thank you, Jesus. We just helped take out the gold out of your already amazing skills.
Can I go now?
Okay, sorry. Carlos, yes.
So
Is that
we
TikTok now?
Yeah, we have a follower friend that has been following us since like almost like day one.
Aww.
So he sent a bunch of gifts, like roses and stuff that you can send on TikTok.
Aww.
And his name is Gabriel or Gabrielin. That's his thing. So
Yeah.
he's from Vegas. So I just want to let you know.
Oh, thank you so much, Gabriel. Is he also a balloon?
Yeah,
colleague?
I think he is doing it as a side hustle. I'm not 100% sure. I've seen his posts and he does a lot of like lifestyle travel.
Oh.
But he does balloons as well.
Okay, got it. So, okay, I got another question here. Back to IG. Okay, so question, how can we apply for the internship? So the main requirement for internship is that you take a class with us. And this is just because we are very specific about our own like style and ways that we like doing things. And after that, you can apply. We just request availability at least, I would say 2 Saturdays out of the month. But if you would like to do more, that's possible as well. And in the internship, you literally like see the behind the scenes of how we run the business. We're already an established location here. So
how we don't eat.
How we don't eat, how we don't sleep, how we fight.
Everything.
Everything. How we manage. Huh?
How you don't pay me.
How I don't pay Carlos. Yeah, everything. How we don't use the restrooms. We have to hold it. Not just like. Yeah, it's definitely not an industry for the faint of heart. If you like comfort, this is not for you. Okay, so my favorite brand of balloons is Qualitex and Tuftex. Do you offer the classes and recorded ones in Spanish? Not yet. The in-person class, I don't know that we will ever do it just in Spanish, but I know for the pre-recorded class, we're gonna soon be working on giving Spanish classes. The thing is, si hablo español, pero no me sé todas las palabras correctas para la industria de los globos. Así que no quiero sonar no profesional diciendo palabras que no se usan en la industria. Me gusta saber las palabras correctas. Así que tal vez voy a tener que tomar una clase en español yo para poder enseñar a otros en español también. Okay. Nancy, why are you no? Tips. Okay, let me see. She's not laughing because of that.
Oh, no?
Okay, let me see. You guys were booked this Saturday for my son's first birthday, so I'm attempting a garden. Any simple. Oh, so sorry. Tips you can give to take my online class. I love the idea of online class. Besides the knowledge you will provide, what else will be included? So for the online class, so for the online pre-recorded class, it's specifically about that, like, I guess, technique, like about the balloon garland. For example, when it's the in-person class, we cover marketing and a lot of other business side, like business aspects of
Mindset.
the industry. But for the pre-recorded class, we go over pricing, and then just installation methods, how to build it step by step. But we just opened. I don't know if they're able to sign up just yet, for the mentorship program.
Yeah, it's available.
Okay, so we are also offering mentorship programs. So pretty much, it's like a membership. You pay monthly, and then we will be connecting. I'm not sure how that platform works, or if we have to do it through Zoom, but once a month to go over any like questions or things that you're facing in the industry, and then just go over them or give you feedback. If you're like stuck and you're like, okay, what am I doing wrong? Then that's the time where we can mentor you, give you, more guidance. It's a more one-on-one experience with us.
Specifically, also on social media.
Yeah. Okay. What's harder for you, balloon making or working with people? I would neither. I mean, I haven't really like working with people, like with my clients or with the people that I have to manage. Because in all honesty, in the 3 years that I've been in the business, I've probably only had like two or three like hard clients. But thankfully I've never had like a nightmare experience like I've heard other colleagues. And yeah. How many people are involved in, for example, a balloon wall? How long would it take me to do a balloon wall? For us, I mean, that question, it just depends on the size of the balloon wall. I did 5 balloon walls in one day. Well, like not everything in one day. I had to install them all in one day. Was it 2 days? I don't remember, but it took us a whole week to inflate, and it was about 5 of us inflating, and then it was 4 of us. I think I want to say it was 4 of us installing them. So our pre-recorded class, you don't have to wait. It's already available. If you purchase it, you get it. Like if you buy it right now, you get access to it right now, and it's only an hour long, and it will teach you literally everything you need to make the garland.
It's to the point.
Yeah, super. Yeah. Okay, there. She put pre-record. I'll look into it. Nancy was laughing because I said everything behind the scenes. She's married, so she knows.
She has a balloon business?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see.
I have a question.
Give me a second. Do you ever get people that want refunds? How do you handle if for some reason they aren't satisfied? It's a specific clause that goes over not being satisfied. There's literally no, we always say our deposits are non-refundable, or they're retainers. So the only way I would give a refund if I have to cancel on them, which has never happened. And I think I've only ever given 1 partial refund, but it was because it was our fault. I took full responsibility. It was a very hot summer day last year, and the adhesive we used to install the balloons, and it was really windy. So although I used different techniques, the half of the garland still fell and half of it popped with the sun. So I should have let them know to not have them in direct sunlight, and I should have made extra sure that my techniques would work and that the garland would not fall. But other than that, that's like been the one and only time I gave a partial refund. A refund because they're not satisfied. So I would say that means we're doing a good job. But yeah, like I said, if I were to ever, have that to come across that situation, then we have the contract to back us up, because we are an established business. We invested time and, money and everything to plan that one event. And clients, that's why I overtly communicate with clients to the last detail about their events. I want to make sure that what they have in mind and what I have in mind is exactly the same. So there's like no surprises. Sometimes they give me creative freedom, sometimes they don't, and that's okay. But that's why I like to communicate with them like exactly like this is what you can expect from us. And even if they send me like inspo pictures, I let them know that I don't copy. And even, like I tell them I could do something with those colors, it would just be in my own style. Tying double stuff balloons hurt my hands. Do you have tips for that? I do not. I have small hands, so it works. Carlos has big hands and he hates it. I would just say grab the inside balloon. Don't try to tie both of them. Just tie the inside balloons together. Many people think it's my name or our last name, or sometimes they say hi Luxton. I'm like, oh, then my name's Diana. But Luxton, it's a combination of my daughter's names, which are Alexa and Luna. So literally I just like put their names, and I made a ton of different names. And then I ended up going with Luxton because it's the one that sounded the nicest, and I wanted to be very intentional about having Lux, Lux, because that's part of my brand. I knew from the get-go that I wanted to offer quality and luxury services, so I wanted it to convey to people that it's not going to be like cheap balloons. So it has a lot of meaning. It's just all in one. I mean, it stands for brand, and it's the names of my daughters. Okay, do you offer an example of your contracts in the pre-recorded class? I do not, because I just literally started giving a contract not so long ago. After 3 years, I should have done that, I guess earlier, but I never really ran. Till this day, I've actually never ran into like a problem where I need to like have I don't know. I have had needed to have a contract, if that makes sense. I've never gone into like legal problems or people like requesting a refund, nothing like that, nothing crazy. So the contract, that part is more of the business side. So that would be part of like our mentorship program, or we will probably have a business only class. I'm not sure, something where we go step by step from building your business, the different types of, like businesses. I don't know, the like category, like sole prop, LLC, S corp, because we're still walking that out. So I'm not sure yet. We have to think about that.
Last question.
Oh. Wait, I'm still reading more questions on Instagram.
Oh, there's a lot of, because I can't see Instagram. That's why.
Oh.
A lot of people are commenting?
Yeah, wait. Okay, so it says, if you were going to start this business today, knowing all you know, what would I tell myself? Okay. My important thing, like not to obsess. At the beginning, when I just started, I was extremely obsessed with the craft, with the art, like with the, what is it called? The imposter syndrome, like looking at my art and looking at other people, and I was like, oh my god, or like thinking it was too saturated already. Just going down that rabbit hole where you're just like, oh my god, there's so many people out there, I'm not even as good as them, blah 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 blah, all this, self-sabotage. If I could tell myself something, is to just ignore all of that and just like focus on myself and improving my craft. Now I know, and I'm very certain that there's enough to go around, and there is not two of me and there's not two of you. Everybody is different, and as long as you focus on your own craft, you will attract the right clients. So there's clients that like other balloon style more, or the services they offer. I would say don't waste your time, like even entertaining those thoughts. You're welcome, Jessica. Aw, yay! Miss Patty Cakes, I'm so excited to take your virtual class in June. Yeah, it's the perfect time. And I honestly think, yes, although balloons have been around for a long time, like this new trend of balloons has only really been around, I wouldn't say more than 5 years. So it's fairly new. I would say it's still like a baby. Like we're living through its boom. Yes, of course, right now we are facing the balloon shortage. My hope is that when that corrects itself, we won't be going through all those struggles that we're going through right now. But I think it's a perfect time to get into this industry.
Especially there's states that don't have this industry at all.
Yeah, I think there's still a lot of places that don't offer these services yet. I know there's a lot of like Texas has a lot of amazing, Miami, Texas, has LA here, have a ton of amazing balloon stylists. And if you pay attention to them, all of them are always busy. So that only goes to tell you that there's enough to go around. And always keeping in mind to not look at your fellow colleagues as competition, but as your friends. Because let me tell you, you have to make friends in this industry. Like, don't get wrapped up on like having that type of like, oh, she's my competition, I'm not gonna talk to her. It's not even like that. I have met so many amazing people in this industry, and here locally I have my little like group of friends that if I'm ever like in need of, I don't know, helium, certain colors, a balloon popped, or if I need help, I could go to them and they will be there to help me, and vice versa. Okay, you had to ask me something?
Yeah.
I'm going back to TikTok, IG.
Yeah, so somebody asked, how do you do to scale your business to what is it right now?
Okay, so on TikTok, they're asking me, what did I do to scale my business? That's a very big question that I will try to answer in as simple terms as possible. So this business, if you guys hear a little girl, that's my daughter, it's Luna. We started the business in 2019 in April, well, officially in June, but we registered the business in April. The first year, it was a lot of learning, a lot of getting out of my comfort zone. Shortly after 2020, we all know what happened in 2020. So I was very like, I don't know. I didn't know, like everybody, we didn't know what was going to happen. I was kind of upset and disappointed because I had just started the business. I was still working from home. I had just quit my job, actually. I took the leap of faith. I quit my corporate job in September. And in March, the pandemic happened. But I just decided to pivot, change my mindset. Instead of, throwing myself a pity party, I was like, hey, like, I always look at the opportunity there is when there's a lot of problems. I always look at the solutions. So we started doing contactless deliveries, and they were such a hit that so pandemic started in March. By June, we were able to buy our commercial van, which that allowed us to have more capacity. But it sounds so simple when saying it, but there's a lot of like inner battles that go with that. Like, will I be able to afford it? It's a risk. Do I even have the money? Will it be worth it? All these things. But if I would say my competitive edge is that I always and have always liked taking risk. If you consider that a risk, if it was an investment, I knew that by investing in a van, I was going to have more capacity, which meant taking in more work, which meant more revenue, which meant I would be able to pay that monthly, payment plus insurance or whatnot. So I did it. And yes, as soon as I got the van, it was almost immediate. We started taking more work, and then we started hiring our family members to help us for a good while. So that was 2020, and a year and like a couple months later, we got the warehouse. And again, it was because I knew getting the warehouse would give us more capacity. Yes, we were going to have extremely much more overhead. And, number one ingredient for us, all of this happened only because we have faith in God. We're Christian. So we literally took the leap of faith and we prayed. Everything we have is because we have prayed for it and believed for it and taken risk for it. So I truly don't think we would be here if it weren't for God giving us favor, the courage to just really go for it, and just giving us the wisdom to, make the right moves at the right time. Another question.
Yeah.
Are both of you dedicated fully to the balloon business, or does your husband have another job? I am fully, so I quit my job in 2019. I've been full-time in this business since then. But Carlos, my husband, he is a project manager at SCGNE full-time. So poor thing, he works almost two full-time jobs. His job and with us, with Luxon.
Plus marketing.
And marketing, yeah. Okay, any other questions here?
I don't have any more questions.
Jessica, you know about a wicked? She put, I can see you and your husband speaking on Pathfinders. Carlos actually finished the Pathfinders internship. I did a business development program before. So before Luxon, I tried other businesses and I failed, but I really learned a lot from them. I did e-commerce, I did financial planning, and with the self-development program, it was called Life on Fire. That helped shift a lot of my mindset when it came to the business aspect of any industry. I think even if I wouldn't have done balloons, I would have done a different industry. I think I'm pretty certain, and I want to say that we would have been pretty successful at it.
And we also lead a Pathfinders Connect.
And so this is for Jessica. So we have we co-lead a Pathfinders Connect at our church, which is business and marriage and family. Okay. Any other questions on TikTok?
We're good.
Should we wrap it up?
Yeah.
It's been an hour. Well, we were late. 6 more minutes. Oh, Nancy, I need business class from you. Yes, amiga, we will chat it up. I need to go to LA and we need to go have some food. Jessica, I have no idea. That's awesome. That's small
Who's
world.
Jessica?
She was in our class. She did the Toy Story corner. Carlos doesn't remember anybody. So much for going live and lots of great info. I hope to join your July class. Awesome. I want to assume your name is Kendra. Where is Kendra? Or Cassandra? Kendra? Well, I don't want to butcher your name or assume, but thank you for tuning in. We're going to be wrapping it up in a few minutes as well. Okay, any other questions over here?
There's all questions that you already answered.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so any other new questions? If not, I will be wrapping up the live. Yes, Kendra. Oh, I've never heard that name. So pretty. Yeah. I hope I answered as many questions as possibly had.
Ask them how many times we should be going live.
Wait, Vibrant Creations, thank you for this live. I loved your class and continue to support you. Oh, thank you so much. I have such I'm my love language. I'm very loving. So I love all my students. Well, I call them students, but they're colleagues now, obviously. Oh, no, thank you, Jessica. And I'll make sure to get back to you by the end of this week. But yeah. Okay.
Anything you want to say?
Oh, and then Carlos, the hubby, just asked if we should be doing more lives. Honestly, I don't know when was the last time I did a live.
Probably a year ago.
Probably a year ago. I really don't show my face. That's a mindset thing that I need to get over, I guess. I don't know. But honestly, to my defense, I'm always really busy. I have 2 little girls. We have church. Soccer, a lot of things. We're just always on the go, and running a business it's literally like having a newborn baby. It could be very enslaving, but I don't say it for you guys to get scared. Enslaving, the word sounds very negative, but it just means you just need to invest a lot of time. I could say I clock out, but I never do. Even if I leave the warehouse, I'm always on my phone trying to answer as many questions and inquiries as I can. following up with my staff, whether it be my, operators. I call them operators, the ones that are like here making sure everything's running smoothly in the warehouse, blowing up and everything. And then I have my admin whom I have to touch base with like every day or every other day. And then Marlo said yes for more lives. Marlo, you just need to come back to San Diego, okay? Bye. Just like okay. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in, both TikTok and Instagram. Carlos has I have literally 3 phones in front of my face. Huh?
Turn it around.
Let me see if they could see the cochinero. Wait. Okay, right there. So Carlos has been there all this time. And then I have this phone holding up on a little plastic container. So we have a shop where we can buy balloons from you. Yes and no. We do have it, but right now we're not selling because of the balloon shortage. It's just been really hard to get balloons in. Like I previously mentioned, we barely have enough of the colors to get us through our own jobs. But when the balloon shortage gets better, or actually when there is no balloon shortage, then we will probably start selling again. I don't like doing lives either. I gotta work on that too. Yes. Marlo says hi, Carlos.
What's up?
Hi, continued blessings to you. Likewise. Alrighty, well, thank you so much. If you guys have any questions about our classes, you can always send us an email or a message. We will probably take a day or 2, up to 3 to reply, but we will get back to you. Yes, Jessica, I did Life on Fire with Nick Gunsworth and Megan.
Long time ago, no?
6 years ago? 2017. What's that? 5 years ago. 5 years ago? Oh my god, it feels longer.
No, I don't think so.
It was 26. No, yeah, it was 2017. All of 2017, January through June. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you so much. I will exit out of the live as soon as Carlos lets me know how to do that. Do I just press the X?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good night.